Hi everybody, it's Rose. I'm so glad you all decided to come back for our second day of exploring different kinds of spiritual practice. I am here in my home at the beginning of my day, and today I thought we would focus on a really simple spiritual practice that I love, and that's journaling. It's very simple to do. You don't have to be a writer to journal. It's very much about just writing down what's on your mind. And it doesn't have to be in perfect sentences. It doesn't have to have perfect spelling. It's for you. And it's a process of emptying the self. There's a wonderful writer named Julia Cameron who wrote a wonderful book that's very well known called The Artist's Way. And that book is all about living a creative life. And in the book, she talks about something she calls morning pages, which is basically every morning she suggests that you get up and you write 3 pages worth of just stuff that's in your mind. And when you do that, what you're doing is you're emptying all of the stuff out of your mind that you don't need. So it really helps you to get rid of any toxic thoughts that you might be having. It gets rid of any worries, any doubts, any fears. Or you can use it, if you want to write down what you're happy about, what's wonderful in your life. I find for myself that I mostly write about what I'm worried about, or what I want to see change in my life, or what I'm frustrated with about myself or about my own progress spiritually. So it's a wonderful way to just get all of that stuff out of your system for the day. And then once you've written all of that down, you can breathe and start from a very fresh place. So if 3 pages seems too daunting to you, I would recommend that you start with 1 page. I tend to be a very small handwriting person, so my handwriting doesn't take up a whole page usually. If it's, whoops, I'm knocking things over. If it doesn't, I just have small handwriting, so it doesn't tend to take up a lot of room in my notebook. I just use a general pad of paper for this kind of writing. I don't write in a journal. I call it journaling because it is very similar to writing in a journal, but morning pages, this kind of journaling is really about getting rid of the trash. It's about emptying the self of the stuff that's not needed. So I don't use a nice journal to write in. I use just regular pads of paper because I know that it doesn't matter what I write on there. It's not going to be seen by anyone else. It's just my own junk. And by writing it down, it helps me to start the day fresh with a good perspective. It's like I get rid of all of the worrying that I've been doing, and it's there on the page, it's done, it's out there, and I can put it away. And then the rest of my day can be spent focusing on what I want to focus on, focusing on my family or my work or my spiritual path. So it's a wonderful tool to use in terms of a spiritual practice. And one thing that I usually do is, if you're like me and you like to get up in the morning and have a cup of coffee or a cup of tea, that's what I like to do. So here is my tea ready to go, and I can sip my tea while I'm doing my writing, while I'm dumping out all of this crud in my head on the paper that doesn't need to be there. So it's a wonderful way to start your day as a spiritual practice. And I would also suggest, if you liked doing affirmations yesterday, and you wrote some affirmations out, one really great thing to do is to do your morning pages, write down all the crap that you need to get out of your system. And then when you're starting from that fresh place in your mind, do your affirmations. Say your affirmations out loud over your cup of coffee. It doesn't have to be some big production. Really and truly, your spiritual practice is about you setting your tone for the day so that you can honor your own self, your own divinity, and then move through your day with grace and peace and happiness. So I'm going to start writing my morning pages now. I hope you'll join me in this practice for today. See what happens. And if you find yourself stuck, like I can't think of anything else to write, I can't think of anything else to write. This is the dumbest thing I've ever done. I can't believe I'm writing this. Why am I spending time doing this when I should be doing the laundry? Those are the kinds of things that you can write, because what that tells you is you really are thinking about something else. You're thinking about all the things that need to be done instead of being in the moment, which is itself a wonderful spiritual practice. So I wish you well today as you go on your journey of writing your morning pages. Start with 1. If you can do 3, that's great. If not, do as much as you can and enjoy the process of emptying the stuff out of your mind that you don't need so that you can start fresh with this day. So that's today's spiritual practice. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you'll join me again tomorrow here at the same time. As I like to say, same bat time, same bat channel. And I will see you then. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.